Golfer Phil Mickelson feels like crying after history-making Mississippi. Troon, Scotland, golfer Phil Mickelson says he feels like crying, even after one of the greatest rounds in major championship history. He shot an 8-under par 63 in the opening round of the British Open today. But on the 18th hole, his putt caught the edge of the cup and stayed out. Instead of becoming the first player to shoot a 62 at a major championship, Mickelson has to settle for being one of the 26 who've recorded a 63. British Open 2016, Leaderboard, Round 1 Live Blog, Thursday highlightsAs CBS Sports.com reported, Mickelson's reaction on the 18th hole said it all. Nothing will match that final round at Muirfield, but that was one of the best rounds I've ever played, he added after reflecting on it for a little longer, though he later admitted it felt like a higher power was working against him, CBS Sports.com reported. Meanwhile, Rory McIlroy was never more thrilled to be playing the British Open. Thursday was his first round since he won the claret jug at Royal Liverpool 2 years ago because he had to sit out St. Andrews with an ankle injury. And finally, he was able to talk about his birdies, all 5 of them, instead of jabs at Olympic golf that caused such a stir earlier in the week. It's nice that the tournament started, McIlroy said after opening with a 2-under 69. I think I said all I needed to say on that matter, and hopefully I can go out tomorrow and play similar to the way I did today and get myself right into contention for another claret jug. Phil Mickelson of the United States plays out of a bunker on the 16th green during the first round of the British Open Golf Championship at the Royal Troon Golf Club in Troon, Scotland, Thursday, July 14, 2016. Matt Dunham, AP McIlroy gave away 3 shots, and a share of the early lead, with 2 sloppy holes on the back 9 at Royal Troon. But in a procession of golf's Fab Four, he made the best of the ideal conditions along the Irish Sea.Jordan Spieth, Jason Day and McIlroy were in separate groups separated by 4 tee times. Spieth was heard uttering rare words, "I can't buy a putt," on his way to a 71, while Day made it 3 straight majors as the No. 1 player in which he failed to break par in the opening round. He had a 73. Johnson played in the easiest conditions and shot 71. McIlroy's MISSION The strong talk from McIlroy on the idea of Olympic golf helping to grow the game might have revealed a deeper state of his mind. He is fed up with watching others go to No. 1 and win majors, and there was a sense he was ready to do something about it. He came out firing, and with a 3rd straight birdie on the Postage Stamp par 3 at No. 8, he was 4 under and tied for the lead. That changed with a shot over the green, a poor chip and 3 putts for a double bogey on the 13th, and he was so angry that he dropped another shot on the 14th. I think if I would have stepped on the first tee and someone would have given me a 69, I probably would have taken it, McIlroy said. But if somebody had given me that score on the 10th, I probably would have. The real test could be Friday with rain in the forecast. McIlroy, even with his roots in Northern Ireland, is not regarded as a player who thrives in bad weather. And he was 6 shots behind Mickelson. His hope is that it clears out by the time he tees off in the afternoon. "I don't think we're going to see the course like this for the rest of the week," he said. Day's slow SLOW STARTDay takes his No.1 ranking seriously. Maybe too seriously. Favored in all 3 majors this year, he still can't seem to get off to a good start. Dropped shots on the back 9 sent him to a 72 at the Masters. He opened with a 76 at Oakmont and had to play well just to make the cut. And in the ideal conditions at Royal Troon, he shot 73. For the 3rd straight time, he has to spend the rest of the week catching up. Day might be one of the few players hoping for bad weather because it might be his best way to get back into the tournament. "I'm already missing greens anyways," he said. "And if I'm going to miss greens, I'm going to miss greens on hard days, and if I can just grind myself out and make pars, it would be great. If I can hit a little bit better tomorrow, that would be fantastic." Spieth STUMBLESspieth faced 2 10-foot birdie putts on his opening holes. He missed them both, a sign of what was to come. The player known as the best putter in today's crop of players required 18 putts on the front 9, a pair of 2-putt birdies, 1 par save and a 3-putt bogey on the 9th. He stared for the longest time at a leaderboard next to the 17th green, realizing that even par wasn't going to cut it on a perfect day as this. When asked what was wrong with his putting, Spieth smiled and said, "That's a question I almost never get asked. So because of that, I'm not thinking much of it." He at least hit the ball well from tee to green, calling it his best since he won by 8 shots in Hawaii to start the year. He made a lot of putts in Hawaii. Johnson's major in Claret, his first round at a major since winning the U.S. Open. Johnson played a round that usually gets rewarded at a U.S. Open, 14 pars, 2 birdies, 2 bogeys. Except this was the British Open, and the conditions were never easier at Royal Troon.